So, namaste. Hi. So, we are going to start with chanting of Om 3 times. So, if you want, you can do follow it with me. Om. 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 Namaste. So we are going to, the topic today is religion and spirituality. So I will give you a little information on both the aspects as to what is religion and what is spirituality, what are the similarities and differences, and how they are correlating to each other as well as to the science. So we will just give you a little bit of information on that, and then after that I'll lead you into the meditation. So what is spirituality and what is a religion? Anybody, you guys can participate if you have any information. I mean, if you would like to make a comment. So let's talk about the religion first. What is a religion? Yes. Okay, yes. Yes, that's true. Religion is, as you said, faith-based. How about Prithvi? Do you have any comment? Yes. Yes, wonderful. You're right on notch. So, religion is a organized form of faith-based concept. Basically, they are like organizations, different organizations, and has its own. Every religion would have its own um, books, their own do's and don'ts, likes and dislikes, their rules and regulations, also their way of praying, way of teaching. Everything is different. So it's like an organization by itself, and every organization has its own concept and its own characteristics, and that's what the religion has also. Religion is like one of the organization or association of people who have come together to to explore in the terms of explore the word God, which we say as a universal power, and they want to explore that, and also to know about how to coexist in this universe in an amiable manner. So this is the reason why the religion is formed, and this is basically based on faith and fear. Fear of God and faith of God. Devotion is the basic concept in the every religion. And religions, as I said, are different. It's like a organization. So naturally, when it's an organization and has its own set of rules and set of its own books and the way of teaching and praying and everything, so then they all are different from each other. So they are not only different, they are comparable, and they are also competitive to each other. So there is a comparison always created between the religions. Competition is always happening between the religions. So religion is basically, as I said, is based on fear and faith. Fear of God. God is a concept which is created by the different religions. Now, how is this religions usually started? The religions are usually started by it has a founder. Every religion has its own founder, and these founders usually have their own spiritual experiences, and on the basis of those spiritual experiences they create this religion. So they create the commandments, and they create what is the right way of praying, what is the right way of approaching and understanding the word God itself. And also, so that founder, on the basis of its own experience, its own knowledge that it gained, and how much spiritual growth happened. So on that basis, that is the limitation of every religion. So it is a limiting experience, because if the founder has only been able to grow to a certain extent, then that religion will only get the knowledge up to that extent which the founder has it. So on that basis only it will write its scriptures, and it will write its commandments and whatever the rules and regulations. So everything is based on the basis of the founder's information. So that is why it's little limiting. Whereas now spirituality is the word spirit itself. Spirituality itself is made of two words: spirit, personality. Two words. So the knowledge about us as a spirit, and the knowledge about us as a person, as a personality, that gets covered under the spirituality. So all the knowledge that we want to know about us, and also about the universe, not only about the us as an individual, as a person, and as a spiritual being, but also information about the universe and the concept of God, all that gets covered under the spirituality. So spirituality is like a psychological and philosophical. It covers the philosophies, universal laws are governed under, which I have been proven under the science also. They all come under spirituality, and it's like a philosophical as well, psychological, and as well as mysticism. Mysticism is included in the spirituality. So what is the mysticism? Mysticism is something, is a reality beyond the body and the mind. Beyond this body and the mind, the reality of us as a spiritual beings, that becomes mystic, because it is not something known to everybody, and it is not so easy to know it unless we go through the different experiences. And for that we really have to do seeking. So the spirituality basically answers the questions of us as a spiritual being, as to who are we, why are we here, what are we seeking, and where will we, what is our future, or what is our aim, aim to be in this universe, and where are we going after this also. So all these questions, when a person is seeking these answers to these questions, that gets covered under the spirituality. So when we start seeking, when we start our quest for knowing ourselves, not only as a body and mind, but also as a spirit, then we are talking about spirituality. Now under the spirituality, there is, like in every religion, in the religions, they all have a concept of one God personality, and they are all different from each other. Like Christianity would have a Jesus and soul and spirits, and Hinduism has a lot of other deities that they pray to, and similarly Islam has Muhammad. So all these concepts of one God figure, or the messenger of the God, they have one particular head figure that they are praying to, or they are worshipping. Whereas in spirituality, there is concept of only one energy, one consciousness, one spirit, one God also, if you want to say that, because the God word itself just describes the functions of that energy. So there is only one energy in the whole universe, and we are a part of that energy. All the things that you see manifested in this universe, are made of or are a part of that energy. Basically, it has come out of that energy, and it is reflected also on top of that same energy. So there is basically nothing except that one energy in this universe, and that one energy means vibrations. So the whole universe is vibrating, full of vibrations, and these vibrations then create energy, and energy then manifests in the form of a matter, in different form of matters. And as we are talking about the vibrations, vibration has frequencies, and this is where the science comes in, which has proven that the whole universe is full of vibrations, and vibrations have different frequencies. So that is why everything is different from each other, because everything is manifesting, is vibrating at a different frequency, as a result also manifesting in a different form of matter. And that is why everything is so different from each other. So higher the vibrational frequency, more airy the matter is, and lower the vibrational frequency, more solid the matter is. And even among us as a human beings also, we are all having our own vibrational frequency, which is also known as energy frequency, which is also known as aura. Every person has its own aura. That means they are always vibrating at a different frequencies, and we are all different from each other also, because we have had different experiences, different we are all so different. We are thoughts of way of thinking, our way of behaving, everything is different from each other. Now we are the spiritual beings, we are the spirit, not the body and the mind, and we have come in this universe to have a humanly experience. And so the reason for our humanly experience is our own growth and transformation. Our growth and transformation is the reason why we take this bodies. So if we have come in the universe for our growth and transformation, that means we want to raise our own energy. So our own energy, at whatever level it is, we want to go towards the positivity. So the more positive energy, more towards the positivity, the higher our frequency goes, and lower the negative. If we are going towards the negativity, then naturally our frequency will be less, our vibration frequency will become less. So we'll be going towards the darkness, and that is towards the light. So the first manifestation of God's energy is in the physical form is the white light, and science has proven that the speed of the light is the highest, and the sound is the second highest. And from one spot to the other, if you stand at any point, the frequency of the light is always same from one point to the other. So that means the whole universe is full of that light. And when we are raising our vibrational frequency, we are moving towards the light. And when we are going towards the negativity, it's going towards darkness. Now we are also a part of the same energy, the universal energy. So we are also that light. We are full of that light, or we are that energy. We are the light which makes this body and mind work. Now we have 5 bodies. We have a physical body, which you see, which is made of food and water. Second body is a emotional body, or a prana body, or etheric body as known. That is made of breath, breathing. And our breath is connected to the emotions, and when we are angry, our breath is short and fast. When we are calm and peaceful, our breath is long, so and smooth. So we can control our emotions through the breath. Doing breathing exercises, we can easily control our emotions, emotional outbursts. So this is also known as a breath body or a emotional body. Third body is your mind, mental body, and that again is full of thoughts. So mind means thoughts. Fourth body is the intellect body. Intellect body is body, which is all your memories, past experiences, psychic impressions, fears, phobias, all your interactions in with the universe and with everything that you come across are stored. And that intellect body is the body that gives information to the mind to how to interact in the or make the choices in this universe. So that is the intellect body, which is full of all our past experiences. And then last body is your spiritual body, which is your voice of consciousness, always directing you in the right direction and full of bliss and peace and light. So when you go across, go over all these, or you can say, when you go across these 5 bodies or come into your blissful body, you can feel that bliss and you will see the light within yourself. So that is in your blissful body, and that happens during the meditation very often. A lot of people do see light within themselves and feel that bliss and peace in them after the meditation, which you will also do today when we do that. So basically, as I said, so we are the spiritual beings. We are not this body and the mind, and this can be also proven easily, because body, we are not the body because we say it's my body, and at the time of the death again the spirit leaves the body, and as a result the same body walking and talking a minute back is declared dead, because the energy that was making the body move and talk and walk has moved out. So you're not the body, you are that energy that makes the body work. Similarly, you're not the mind, because at the time of coma again, if you have experienced, the mind is dead, basically sleeping, but you're not declared dead because you're still breathing, and you still have the other bodies intact. So we are not the body and the mind. We also say that it is my mind, right? We don't say I am the mind. So we are not the body and the mind, we are the spirit or the spiritual beings. And this information, knowing this information and experiencing it, is spirituality. It's not just me telling you, the knowledge is very important, but also your own experience has to back it, because just me saying it, why should you believe it? So you should be able to experience what I'm telling you as a truth. And that happens in the meditation, in your contemplation, and through meditation, through contemplation, and through mindfulness. So when we do that, that's when we come through the experience of knowing ourselves as a spiritual being rather than the body and the mind. Also, so this is spirituality is different from the religion in that way, that religions are organized concept and based on faith and fear, with their own each organization or each religion having its own doctrines, its own scriptures, its own rules and regulations and commandments. Everything, each religion is different from each other. But as I said, all the religions are limiting in their knowledge as well as in their information, in their knowledge, and also in all their things that they are teaching. They are limited because they are based on the knowledge of that founder who started the religion. So also, right now, if we see in this age, we see that there's a lot of comparison and competitiveness has happening between the religions. Everybody's trying to say I am better than the other. So there's a lot of wars also being fought over the religion. A lot of people are being they get killed because if you do not believe in their religion, their way of thinking, they think that you're doing a sin. And this sin and what do you call Pap and Punya, or you say that the sin and the goodness is basically the concepts of religions. based on the faith and the fear. Now, in spirituality, we want to, that is based on our own growth and transformation. So when we start growing and when we want to transform, and this is also based on the reasoning. In reasoning, common sense, what we don't want for ourselves, we should not give it to the others, right? This is a common sense factor. There's nothing that you need to write a doctrine about. What goes around comes around. Also, the law of gravity, law of relativity, all these universal laws, they are applicable, and they are applicable to our day-to-day living. And this is the spirituality is based on all these laws of universe, different laws of universe. And these laws have all been proven by the science. Most of them have been proven by the science. Now, science is also saying that there is one energy, vibrations, universe is full of vibrations, and one energy in the universe. Also, it's saying that on the basis of the science, if you look, it says that all the material things that you see are made of atoms. And if you dissect those atoms further to neutron, protons, and electrons, and further dissected, there is an energy particle in that. So they cannot be destroyed. Basically, they have not even been able to pinpoint physically that this is an electron, proton, and neutron. They are also the energy concepts. So they are also talking about the same energy concept. And if the science has proven that if the science has proven that you cannot, the science has proven that the whole universe is made of atoms, that means the whole universe is made of that one energy, because atoms, when dissected, are made of neutron, protons, and electrons, made of an energy concept. Anjana ji, you cannot hear me? You just messaged me. I hope you can hear me. You guys can hear me clearly? Okay. So anyway, so this is the spiritual science aspect. Now, in the science also has proven different universal laws. So we say that whatever is discovered or whatever has been proven, the spirituality, the science is spirituality known or discovered, and spirituality is science yet to be discovered. So spirituality covers the everything, known and unknown, whereas science will only talks about right now, the concept that it is already known. It does not talk about unknown. But the way of finding it is seeking. And that's what the science also does. It has a hypothesis, and then it does experiments on it, and then it comes to the conclusion. And that's how it proves that this law is true or not. So basically, yes, Anjana ji, can you hear me? Yes. Okay, thank you. So science is basically, as I said, is a concept of proving. So it proves the different laws of the spirituality, and whatever has been proven is known to the human being, that is the science. And whatever is still yet to be known, because spirituality encompasses the vast knowledge, which is infinite in its nature, infinite in its vastness, and infinite in its energy. So there's a lot more that we can, if we are seeking, we can know. And there is the people have known a lot more, especially those rishis and the sages that have done meditation and have the realization. They have a lot more knowledge even than science. Now, spirituality and the religion is basically came out of the spirituality. It has sprung out of the spirituality, because when a man started seeking the information about itself and the universe, that's when these religions were created. And then this seeking led to the creation of these religions on the basis of their experiences. But spirituality is basically beyond the religions. So basically you can say that after your seeking happens, after you go through the religions, now all the religions are trying to teach you is how to be a good human being. They're trying to teach you how to coexist, how to be a good human being, and how to live in a peaceful manner among each other. Though they are failing in this concept right now, but still, was the basic idea when the different religions came up, to how to coexist in a peaceful manner, and the information about us as a, also the curiosity about the concept of God and the universe. So this is what they were seeking, and that's how different religions came up. So religions, once you have started seeking through the religion, even if you're going through the religion, automatically the curiosity about your own self, the seeking about us, who are we, why are we here, what is the reason for us coming here, and why, where are we going, all this information about us as a spirit, as a human being, as a person, that will come under the spirituality. Now, as I said, the religions are based on the faith and the fear of God, but spirituality is not based on any kind of a fear or faith. It is basically trying to know yourself, trying to know yourself through different practices. And these practices are, firstly, as I said, meditation, yoga. Yoga comes under the meditation, and then comes there's mindfulness and contemplation. So all these things will lead you into knowing yourself as a spiritual, or when we start seeking, that's when the answers come from the universe. So we have to do is seeking and do the meditation. Meditation is going inwards, seeing ourselves, moving away from the outward world towards your inner life, inner being, seeking that in. So that is why the meditation is very important. Also, as I said, the spirituality and religion, religion leads you to spirituality basically. So the religion came out of spirituality because they were seeking this information. Then they got organized into a different organizations, organized based faith and fear formations. But when we get out of, you could say, the religion then is now leading back into the spirituality. So you could say the religion is the basis of the spirituality. So if you are going through a religion, it will, and you are more curious about yourself, then you will be getting answers in spirituality. So that is the difference between the religion and the spirituality. So religions basically limit you, whereas the information coming to you, or the knowledge of spirituality of you as a spirit and as a human being, is unlimited. And as I said, it's based on the philosophies and the universal laws. Spirituality is based on philosophies and universal laws. So this is the information about the spirituality and the religion and the science. There are more than 10,000 religions in this world. There are three Abrahamic religions which are very famous. That is Christianity, Judaism and Islam. And then there are four major Eastern or Asian religions, which are Hinduism, Buddhism, Jainism and Sikhism. So these are the four major Eastern religions which are very famous. And in the Abrahamic religion, they are talking about one God, but there are ways of approaching that concept or understanding that concept is absolutely different from each other, and there are a lot of conflicts. And as a result, and then there's, as I said, all the religions at this point in this time of the world, of the universe, are basically competing with each other, trying to convert people into believing our mine is better than yours. and whereas spirituality is above all the religions. So where the religions end, that's where the spirituality starts. So that was the information about spirituality and religions. Any questions you have or any comments, please?